full of my knowledge. Don't worry about will I be known. Let's see how much of the earth is gonna know me. The earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 9.
And I, Yahweh ben Yahweh, called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands.
The answer is in this parable. A certain man planted a vineyard and let it out to certain husbandmen. This man, having one son, sent him in the last day unto these husbandmen, saying, They will reverence my son. But those husbandmen said among themselves, This is the heir, come, let us kill him, and the inheritance is ours. So, what shall the owner of the vineyard do?
Yahweh controls nature, I control nature, and I'm upset. I want to see the Navy that can stop my floods. I want to see the Marine that can stop my tornado. I want to see the Army that can stop my insects attacking the crops of America. I want to see the Army that can stop my drought.
Yahweh shall come and destroy these husbandmen with drought. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So does the world of dead mindsets, which transgress the laws of Yahweh. Their portion is cursed in the earth, because they hold not the way of the vineyard.
On the continent of Antarctica, due to unusually warm weather this summer, the heat prevented flights from landing on an Australian airfield. Heat, by definition, means radiation and solar energy. Therefore, it is not unusual that drought, solar energy, and radiation are consuming the snow waters. Although the husbandmen refer to these conditions as global warming, they exist in actuality because the husbandmen live not in accord with the laws of Yahweh. Now, based on these stated facts, we are assured that no one can prepare the world for a regime change like Yahweh, the Lord of the vineyard.
This is the Feast of Tabernacles.
Shalom and welcome
All other kings shall
to our 31st annual Feast of Tabernacles. This is the mystery of the Great Red Dragon.
Praise Him. Verse, let's now go to the great red dragon. See that? It's somebody that's not happy about me being pregnant. And there's this old fella called the Great Red Dragon. See? I'm not allowed to deliver you without a problem. See, the problem I have is not with my birthing you. It's a problem with somebody that has a problem with you being born. This great red dragon's got a problem about my child. For some reason, he has foreknowledge. He has foreknowledge that the child I'm carrying is a unique child. It's a Judah child. It's a Yehuda child. See, he knows that I'm the one. When he see all this wonder in heaven, can you imagine a great red dragon got nerve to come and stand in front of a woman that's got the sun for clothes? Look at the power of this woman. This dragon got nerve. It's a real opposer got nerve to stand in the heat of the sun. Verse 3, read.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads.
Now see, the great red dragon is described as a him. I'm described as a woman. Now, of course, you know by now that the great red dragon represents a nation, and that there are a lot of nations hooked up to his body, so that these other nations are a part of it. Now, both of these wonders appeared in heaven. First, the woman appeared. See, her child not delivered yet, but she appeared. See, I have a pig. Now the dragon say, hey, I'm not going to make my appearance on earth. I'm going to make my appearance in heaven too. I'm not going to let the world look up at the woman and wonder and follow after her. No. I can work some magic too. The great red dragon said, no. You never throw no sign off on the world and think, I'm not going to challenge. I'm not going to roll over and give up my rulership. Here's this great red dragon, got 7 nations that's attached with mind power, and then got 10 horns. It's a wild looking beast over there on that wall. See that picture? That's that dragon. Imagine running into an animal like that by yourself. That's a mean beast. You talking about a grotesque thing. Just watching a dragon with 1 head would be bad enough to make you run. This thing got 7 heads. Then it got 10 horns on top of that. Then it got 7 crowns up on those heads. That's a grotesque animal. America is that great red dragon. Other people teach you that it's the Pope of Rome. I'm telling you it is. America is the great red dragon. You study the Revelation, you study Scripture, you find out the great red dragon, they got power from the Pope, the little horn. But I'm not into that. That's another way into this great red dragon right now. Oh yes. America is that great red dragon, and she has 7 other nations that are hanging tough with her. Her allies. Now just looking at this beast, notice a dragon is a beast. So here is a dragon that's a beast with 7 more beast-minded people, nations with it. 7 more nations with a mind of a beast attached to this dragon. And they make a pretty mean looking force. Would you not say? How many would not like to look at an animal running around like that? Let's look at Revelation 17:3. Read.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now you know, see, I'm not calling the white folks in the government something that they're not. The book said that they are also beasts. The mind of animals. And that they have no regard for the sanctity of God, Yahweh. Now you will hear them write or see them write in the paper, Yahweh is a monster. That's blasphemy. But they told me here that they would be blasphemous. Scarlet colored. Red. The people whose faces turn red. They the leader of this. Does that mean every single white person is here? No. But I'm not worried about trying to distinguish the difference right now. This beast is getting all of my attention. I'm not concerned about how many white people are good right now. I'm looking at this beast. See, the good white people aren't going to bother me. But every time I read Yahweh in the media, in the Miami Herald, in the news, and I look at Channel 7 and 4 and 10, and I'm watching them go against and blaspheme Yahweh and fight against Yahweh and teach against Yahweh and lie against the Father, I know that's the beast. Those are the living beasts. You don't have to ask me about who they are. The actions prove who they are. They're full of blasphemy. And this beast is in the wilderness, and America was the wilderness. This was called the wilderness of North America. So now we know the location because the next scripture shows us it was the beast would be located in a place that was a wilderness. Isn't this incredible study? Now we see a characteristics of this beast. He's full of names of blasphemy. God, mother, son of a, full of it. The book says, is that America? When you walk out in the street, do you hear this? full of name. Good gracious Yahweh. Revelations 12, 6, read.
And the woman fled into the wilderness.
All right, now just leave that alone now. You see, we really right here in the wilderness. Where this is going on, we already here. You thinking you fixing to go somewhere else, but you really already here. You fled from the coast of Africa? Was it the west coast? Over here. Yeah, you turn it over here. Now you find yourself in the wilderness. Where this scarlet-colored beast is, and another woman is sitting up on it. See, I saw a woman sit up on a scarlet-colored beast. That's not me in 12. It's another woman. Who is she? The Statue of Liberty. Sitting up on the head. Sitting up on this beast who's full of names of blasphemy. Got crowds that ruling. Wicked beast rulership. You can't get no justice from a beast. You go out and sit in a cage with some lions or some other animal and try to get justice. When they get hungry, you'll know what that justice is. What are they going to do to you when they get hungry? Devour you. Let's look at Revelation 12:14. Read.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness.
Okay. Now see, it's 2 ways to look at this. One way is when this great dragon come and this beast come, we need to fly from her, flee from her. But you still find yourself in the wilderness. In verse 14, she's flying back into a wilderness. And his beast is in the wilderness. Well, the only way, if you still get caught up physically in the wilderness, the only one thing you can do, flee mentally. You'll have to hurry, quickly learn of Yahweh ben Yahweh and practice moral behavior. Flee from the evil, wicked ways and the blasphemy of this country. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought, isn't it? Now let's look at chapter 13, verse 1. Read.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
We better look up blasphemy. See, we find out here that the beast of Revelation chapter 13 is the same beast. In Revelation chapter 17:3 is the same beast that's called the great dragon in 12:3. These are all the same beasts. Great dragon, the beast. Now we see the characteristics are the same. We're getting verification of blasphemy now. Blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Any contemptuous or profane act, utterance, or writing concerning God.
Uh-oh. Writing. Now, what have you been reading in the papers lately? Blasphemy. What have you been watching on television in relationship to me now? Blasphemy. They are contemptuous, absolutely profane, slanderous, libelous, defamation of character in their writings and television broadcasts in regard to us right this minute. And it's every day now. Newsweek says all across the water now. Now we see writing is involved. This means any books they write are blasphemous. Go to the newsstands and analyze their books. Filthy books. Their greatest selling books are pornographic. I was raped on the couch by my dog. My husband's best friend. Huh? You go to the bookstore and see. Full of blasphemy, contemptuous evolution. Contempt for Yahweh's creation. You'd rather say there was a Big Bang theory. Call himself a scientist. Try to gain respectability by calling himself a scientist. Just pick a figure out. 80 million years ago. I mean, how do you know you just got here? He's still digging in the earth trying to figure out where he came from. 80 million years ago, there were some ammonia and hydrogen compounds that got together and a stroke of lightning struck, set it on fire, and life ensued, we think. Wicked, contemptuous blasphemers. Their writings are all to discredit God, Yahweh. Now you see what you should read if you want to be righteous. Praise Yahweh. What a class this is.
Yes, sir.
Read blasphemy again and then keep going. Read it.
Blasphemy. Any contemptuous or profane act, utterance,
Wait a
or...
minute. Wait. Hey, see, we got black devils out here.
Yes, sir.
In every single drug den. Every single apartment where they're dealing drugs, they have always cursed us out. Always have cursed us out. Have always blasphemed y'all. Now they just add to it murderers. Now they have a new excuse. Get out of here. Dirty, filthy-minded people. Their minds are so filthy, their partners are filthy. Their body is stank. You can smell that place before you. You can just smell the whole building a block away from it. Nobody there likes to bathe. And I've gone in some of them personally and wonder how they bathed in what I saw. I would rather go jump in a lake or a tank full of muddy water than to get in that greasy, dirty, black scum of a tub. I don't know how any decent human being could put their body in it. I wouldn't put my big toe in it. I don't know when they, I mean, can you, oh, Yahweh. The tub has lost all its porcelain. And it's black, you know? How they get in that is a mystery until you understand they are really serpents, cursed to crawl on their belly in dirt. They love dirt. You don't think they love dirt? Put them up in your new apartment building. They won't quit till it's dirt. Then they'll get happy. They won't feel at home until they tear it all up. Said this, in the country, in the wilderness where this great dragon is, their acts, the acts of the people under him are nasty, base, degenerate, dirty, profane, nasty, evil, bad, depraved. And everything else you can think of that's negative. That's that kind of mind. And you can find white snakes that love to live the same way. The old nasty devil. Nasty white devil is just the same as a nasty black devil. They are just alike. Their mouth is the same. Their living quarters is the same. Place full of rats, roaches, flies, scum. They use the same towel for a month. Wipe everything on it. They go to the toilet, wipe and miss, and come back to the table and eat without washing their hands. Beast mind. There's a lot of cats and dogs cleaner than these beasts. And those 7 heads, see, they also include black devil countries. The leader, black devils. Black devil is twice as bad as the white one. And boy, it's hard to imagine that, but the book says so. Once he converted a black devil, boy, he got himself a follower that you can't imagine. That sucker is awesome. Face the facts. So now, blasphemy includes action, the acts of the people. Read again from the beginning.
Any contemptuous or profane act, utterance.
Now, utterance, talk. Profane act. Give me profane. So I want my head straight. I want to know what a profane act and a profane utterance is. All you scholars don't mind if I catch up with you, do you? You want to if you just want to read Revelation chapter 12, you don't need to sit in here. But if we're going to understand this, we got to take a look at what this means. So you who don't want to understand, praise Yahweh, but I really appreciate you scholars letting me get an understanding. Profane.
Profane, showing contempt or irreverence toward God.
Hold it. Here we come again. You walk through some of these complexes and see if they show reverence or irreverence. They're impious, contemptuous, How many have experienced these devils? These black devils. How many weekends did you experience them? Profane irreverence toward God, Yahweh, the Creator. They don't want to hear nobody come in there talking about no kind of God. They're so wicked, they don't want to hear about a false God. They don't care. They just don't want to hear nothing about no God. How many know I'm right? They'll run one of those holiness preachers out of there. Let me talk about you sanctified. You better get your drum and tambourine and get out of here. You sanctified whore. They are rough. They just, I don't dare repeat what you heard. I'm embarrassed. I'm too modest to repeat what I know you hear out there on the meeting. I'm ashamed to say what those beast-minded black devils have to say. And that beast, white devil beast that's up on top is just like him. Total irreverence. No respect. God is contemptuous to them. Tell me about. I mean, they get angry, boy. I mean, they be really wanting to fight. Tell me about. Come, y'all. Tell me. Tell me. Better get out. Face the next. Rip. Ball. Take a match and light. Next time I see you, I'm gonna kick your, beat your, you bring your holy, sanctified in here again next week. When you say praise Yahweh, they say praise hell. I haven't been there, but I know you heard that. You talk about, that's your brother? Are those people your brother? They only love snakes just like that. They be biting on each other. See, you look in the book and study, you begin to see this. This is the kind of animal that's acting toward us now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They act it when we go around them. They utter it when we go around them. Now they write it. What? Irreverence toward God. Contempt.
Even the stranger, you can come. All other kings shall fall down.
This concludes the mystery of the Great Red Dragon.